Yeah, sometimes around 1999, I started noticing the idea of becoming a music artist, you know. So I wanted to become a reggae artist. So I decided to gather, reggae artists, I gathered, Bob Marley's albums. I gathered Peter Tosh's album. I gathered, Gregory Isaac, Max Romeo, and some big names of that golden generation, I started studying them so that I will know exactly what to do when I start my own ambition. I mean when I launch my own ambition. What was I looking at? I was looking at how they write their songs. I compared Lucky Dube's lyrics and the Jamaicans, to see the difference between their lyrics. On that basis, I will know how to write my own lyrics. But I was studying, their styles. If I take Bob Marley and I study, his albums, carefully, listen to them carefully, I'm not just listening for entertainment this time around. I am watching certain things critically, the verse, the chorus, the bridge, whatever. How do they differ from the way we were singing when I was in the choir? I'll see what difference, there are. If I finish studying all the album, the purpose of studying all the album to make sure that the study is very thorough. When I am done with that, I pick the next artist, and then I'll be comparing his to the previous artist to see the difference between them. But I also trying to understand the character of reggae music, so that the reggae music. There's the way it sounds when you listen to it. This reggae music. What were they doing that makes it, easily identifiable as reggae music? I was studying all those, things. You know, then the style. Most importantly, the style. Between the two artists. That's the most difficult thing to implement. If you don't understand it, it is very difficult. But if you take time to learn, you see that it's not even easy. Once you understand, you see that it's not even difficult. But after my thorough study of so many artists, comparing their song structure, comparing their lyrical style, comparing their uniqueness in other ways, I won't tell you now. I'm coming to that. After all that, I my plans changed. In the early 2000, when computer software came, and people, the ambition to make it music, grew. So many people wanted to go into music, but I noticed that they were not taking time to study all those things that I took time to study carefully. And it was the reason why out of 100 people that were set out to play music, you end up with, maybe five or three, or sometimes nobody, succeeds. Why? Because they didn't take time to learn those things that I learned. That was where the idea came to me to share, what I learned, in a book. After all, I've already become a music teacher. That led to that book. The book is there, but we've not really been promoting it, per se. I know two companies from the US, approached me for the purpose of marketing. They said that the problem of the book is that it's not being marketed. There is, Book Ventures from Michigan. They approached me with the purpose, but we didn't, agree on, terms. But there was also Book Wild. I can't remember from which part of the US Book Wild, were from, but they were an American, book, they are book promoters. They are not publishers per se. They promote a book. They call themselves book marketers. They told me that the purpose of the book, I mean, why the book is not selling is because it was not being, marketed. That there are so many books on Amazon, and people won't know the book exists, until you market it. But we didn't agree on the terms, so things didn't work. But I've decided to just, embark on promoting that book myself. It is titled "How to Become a Music Maestro: A Handbook for an Intending Artist" by Hiro Abari Payday. Is there on Amazon. So it's a book that can help you if you want to become a successful musician. You don't jump into a car to start driving without knowing how a car is driven. There must be, a guide. Somebody must teach you. Music is the same thing. You will learn all that's necessary for you to understand in order to succeed in music. So I will share, if you want to know more about myself, you can go to my channel on YouTube, the 2190 Studios, 2121-90 Studios. It's on YouTube. You will see a number of things that can convince you as to whether I've been part of the music culture or not. You can go to Izan articles. That is where I wrote a lot of reviews. I wrote the reviews, on certain music artists. When you go to Izan articles, you're gonna find many of my writing. But like I said, I will post a link to that book, which is on Amazon. It is titled again, How to Become a Music Maestro, a handbook for intending artists by Hiro Abari Pede. Thank you.